Hello to everyone. I'm going to get into a video today. I usually don't cover news, but since some information about the Malaysia Flight 370 mysterious absence of this airline has come to my attention, I thought I would put my 2 cents in. But another thing, it may be more than 2 cents of information. Uh, those who follow my channel understand that I deal with information uh, on an analytic perspective in the spiritual realm. Okay, so some people that may view this video based on the title may probably just click on it and see what's going on. You may not like this information, but it's based on the spirit aspect of this actual flight. And as I was getting some information, I actually inboxed a brother to get his. I mean, he's very well popular. A lot of people know who he is. Um, he has a lot of good information when it comes down to news and certain so-called conspiracy theorist type information. But his eyes are open. So I inboxed him and to see what he thought about the information I'm about to get into in reference to this flight being missing, like it is so-called vanish, and no one knows where it is and all that. So I'm just gonna kind of like read the headliner earlier today. I just got finished watching a video on this on CNN, and I usually, like I said, don't cover or really go into CNN News cunning. That's the name that I call them. But I'm gonna go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt and see what's going on. Let me just say this real quick as I ramble. uh, my mind, based on what's going on, if you really believe this story, the way it's set up, not saying it couldn't happen, but the way it's set up, uh, you believe in little green elves and Santa Claus. Okay, uh, we too old to let news people lie to us the way they do. All right, uh, the information that they're giving out in reference to this airliner, Flight 370. I'm gonna keep saying Flight 370 because I'm about to get into some information on that. This Flight 370 airliner is missing. Uh, they say that no one knows where it is, and the flight plan was changed. Uh, where's the black box? Okay, where's that information? No one on satellite can see this thing, but yet you can point out some brother in the neighborhood somewhere selling drugs, and now he's in jail. But yet you put the drugs on the street. But I'm not going to turn it into that video. I don't want to go into a rant because this is bogus. Okay, the way I believe it, the way it's going, this is fake. This is propaganda. This is nothing but a false flag. Okay, this is a false flag, and it's something that needs to be addressed on a spiritual level. So let me just get into it real quick. I'm just going to read some of this garbage. Okay, it says, as the search for a missing Malaysia airline jet entered a fourth day Tuesday, investigators remain uncertain about its whereabouts. Here is a summary of what we know and what we don't know about Flight 370. I want you all to really bookmark that in your mind. 370, that number. And like I said, I'm going to get into some information. And it says, which was carrying 239 people when it disappeared from radar screens over Southeast Asia. Disappeared over Southeast Asia. So as I looked at the other video, the updated information on this about 10 minutes ago, they were saying that somebody could have turned the devices off to, for some reason. They're speculating. That's what they're trying to put out. Like, they're just speculating over and over and over. Let me just go. I'm just going to read some more information on this. I'm just doing some excerpts. It says, what we don't know. And it says, what happened next? This is the title. It says, what we don't know. It says, what happened next? The pilots did not indicate any problem to the tower, and no distress signal was issued. Malaysian military officials cite radar data as suggested the plane might have turned back towards Kuala Lumpur, but the pilots didn't tell air traffic control that they were doing so. Man, my thing is I hope that light bulbs are popping up in your all head. Wouldn't this still show up somewhere, someplace? I mean, you got a billion cameras all over the place. They should be able to find this airplane. All right. And then it says, and we don't know why the plane would have turned around. We have to find the aircraft. They have to find the aircraft. I want that to pop out in your head. They have to find it. They don't know where the airplane is. They don't know where. Right? And it says, what we know. Now this is what they're saying we know. It says there were 239 people on board, 227 passengers, and 12 crew members. 5 of the passengers were younger than 5 years old. Those on board included a number of painters and cartographers, as well as employees of an American semiconductor company. According to the airline, the passengers, 14 nationalities, span the Asia Pacific region, Europe, and North America. Passengers from China or Taiwan numbered 150, followed by Malaysia at 38. There were 3 U.S. citizens on the plane. 4 passengers had valid booking to travel, but did not show up for the flight. So they didn't show up for the flight, according to the airline. It says, as such, the issue of offloading unaccompanied baggage did not arise. Then it says, it added Tuesday in a prepared statement. Then it says, what we don't know. Why 2 people who boarded the plane were using stolen passports, official says. So now we're getting somewhere on what they're trying to portray here. This is what they're trying to portray. Now there's some people that got passports, and how did they get them? Now, if you read through the story, a lot of you all probably already read through it, probably got more information than me. Like I said, I don't cover news. There's going to be a person eventually with the church will be covering the news that can do a better job than me. This is not my calling, but I thought I would go into it and find out how it is important for us to learn certain words and terms, and in this case, a number. Now, you all can do the research. Of course, y'all understand the story. So let me do my part as a teacher of the Bible to go into some information about this based on the spiritual aspect. Now, even though I'm not going to pull out any scriptures for right now, but what I will do is go into a definition of the word W-H-E-R-E. Where? No one knows where this plane is. It vanished. It's what you would call considered not in existence, and no one knows where it is. So let me just get into some information on this. All right, where? You would not believe if you go to the Hebrew Exhaustive Concordance, you will see the word WH, If you go to number 370, it will say where. Then it says to link to, or it's identical to 369. That's Hebrew number 369. So it's identical. 370, flight 370, mind you, is identical to 369, which is Ahin. That's the Hebrew way you say that. And it says primitive root, meaning to be nothing or not exist. To be nothing or not exist. A non-entity, this is the definition, generally used as a negative particle. Then it says else, then it says except, fail, be gone, neither, never, no, where, none, nor, anything. Then this is not, nothing, no one knows anything, no one knows nothing, where this thing is, this airplane is. Then it says unsearchable, without, which means it's saying without the knowledge. Where? 370, flight 370, Hebrew number 370 is the word where. Is that a coincidence? Who knows? I doubt it. But like I said, I believe, based on the information that I can understand and comprehend from right now, because I'm too tied up with other stuff. I don't really have time to go into CNN News, and sometimes this stuff is just a bunch of false flags. It's an excuse to bring on some other war, maybe. It could be just like how they did the Twin Towers. You blame it on Afghanistan and Taliban, and you are the Taliban. You implode. That was an implosion. Just think about these people that we work for in this country. Okay, they took down the North American Indians. The way they did it was very subtle. They operated with a peaceful mouth, talking very kind and peaceful to the North American Indians. The North American Indians taught them how to survive on the land and dealing with crops and things of that nature. Then once they learned how to survive on the land, they killed 800,000. Some statistics says 1 million in some North American Indians. Then they gave them smallpox, and then after that, they gave them a cure for it. So that's what they do. The spirits of then, of old times, are the spirits of today. They need some type of excuse, maybe to deal with the Ukraine. Like I said, this stuff is just a bunch of propaganda. Like I said, there will be a World War III. Those of you that don't believe that need to really do some research. It should be about 3 people left that don't believe that. All right. So like I said, I could be speculating on certain things, but you can't refute the fact that I can go into the Hebrew book, a Bible-based biblical understanding and wisdom, and find out, is it a coincidence that actual flight 370 links to the word in the Hebrew where? Are we connecting the dots? Or maybe I'm connecting some extra dots that may not be supposed to be in the puzzle, or in this puzzle. Who knows? We'll see in the long run. But like I said, for right now, you can actually go to Hebrew number 370 collaborates with Hebrew number 335. Perhaps. You see how it's all over the place. Hence, which means how, what, whence, where, whether, which, way. That's what it's telling you. And if you listen to the newscasters, they don't know. Who knows? But there's some people that know. Maybe that flight never really got off the ground. Maybe it's just an excuse to go into some other country or something to start something. Okay, that's all I'm saying. I'm sure you all are more knowledgeable about certain things, but you can't refute the fact that I can go into the Hebrew and find the word where, and it links to Hebrew number 370, flight 370. Come on now. All right, that's it. I just wanted to go into that real quick, give my little 2 cents. And, those of you that got more information, just inbox me and maybe I can do an update myself and, get more learned in the actual understanding of what's really going on. But it's fishy as I skim through the information. Like I said, I got more things to deal with but I thought it just, why is that number popping out in my head like that? So I went on ahead and did some research on it and found out that, wow, that's a little fishy. So that actually made me believe that this thing is a false flag of some sort. Okay. All right. Of course, I'll be making more videos. This is my life, and I'll be doing this for the rest of it. Shalom.